he's gonna swerve me. Oh, that's a big buck. Oh, that's a good buck, I'm pretty sure.
On the last episode of Average American Hunter, I checked off 2 of my 3-season wish list categories during the 2018 Rockbridge County Doe Day. First, I saw the yearling I'd grown fond of make it through the season, and secondly, I was able to film my, quote, perfect hunt with the best footage captured for the season. Although, this absence of my face is a fair warning to all that your truck's headlights might damn well wash your face off. Lastly, I wanted to harvest a trophy buck, which was honestly the hardest target on the list. I didn't have many trophy bucks on camera in 2018. A couple of spikes, a few basket racks, a 2-year-old or 2, and a few that are a year away from piquing my interest. But I did know of at least 3 bucks I was interested in. Number 1. The Mountain 10. This guy was on the private parcel I hunt, and I captured the most photos of him, as he was the most photogenic buck I had. He was a solid Virginia 10-pointer, and an undistinguishable right eye guard made him easy to identify. This guy was the top of my list. Number 2. The Whole 9. This guy was located on National Forest, and was a close number 2 to pursue, as he was the buck who presented the most sightings at my stands. And number 3 goes to a buck that made me want to fall out of my stand on my neck, Master Splitter. Located on my private parcel, I had a little history with this guy, as earlier in the season I missed him by roughly the fucking length of his body. I never saw this buck, or even had a photo of him prior to or after this blunder. So on November 30th, I gave it one more push, and I decided to go after the Mountain 10. But instead of hunting where I got photos of them, I pushed a little further along the ridge into more dense cover.
What's up, everybody? Ryan Odenbred here. Today is November 30th, 2018. It's approximately 35 degrees outside. Might be a little bit warmer. It was really cold this morning. It's starting to warm up now. It's about 7 a.m. There's like a 5 to 7 mile per hour. It's pretty still right now. 5 to 7 mile per hour southwest wind. And basically, I'm pretty sure I snuck in really quietly, with the exception of my synthetic bedding area spray, which, man, lure in an aerosol can. I don't know how I feel about that, but it smells great. Anyway, I am set up in an old house that I found down here, and there are trails and roads everywhere, and it's supposed to start raining here in an hour or so. So I wanted to keep my camera equipment dry. I stumbled upon this house, and I noticed there was a lot of buck sign in here. So I set up some bedding area, smell, and put just the slightest amount of estrus out, synthetic estrus. And I'm really hoping that that can bring a big boy in, cruising through this thick area, looking for does that are bedding, and check out the one that supposedly smells like she's in heat. So we're gonna see how it works out. Man, don't have much visibility, but at least I can get away with a little bit of movement. So I'm planning on sitting here a long time today, so stay tuned. fucked up in here. Alright. Man, I hope I got this on both cameras. But I could hear them and I should have got more situated. But I heard it coming and I could hear it off to the left over here. So I come over here, got situated by the camera, turned the camera on, turned it around. Well, I think I got it. I think I got it on footage, my Tacticam. As you can see, it mounts and hangs to the right of my gun. He came to the left, but I mean, I had zero chance to shoot him after this. Zero chance. I mean, I would have had to run around the house and use just the Tacticam, but I think I got him. I think I got him on footage on this camera. It's not zoomed in or anything, but pretty sure I got him, so we'll just have to see. But my buck is on the ground. Let's go look at this thing. We're going after him. So, I'm glad to have another shot at him, but, I like this kicker right here. That split G2 is real nice. It's not real wide, but he's got a pretty decent little mass. Maybe he was a young buck that I prematurely pulled off on. I'm really happy and pumped about this deer right here. Got a nice 10-point rack. He's real tight. Couldn't be happier with this guy right here. He's gonna eat well. He's gonna mount well. I owe it to the old boy. So, I'm gonna roll him over and look at the brisket. See how much breeding he's been doing. But up here on the back, he's got some chunks of hair that are gone. So I'm pretty sure he's been scrapping pretty good. I couldn't be more tickled with this buck. He's got great character. Not a big wide rack, not a tall rack, not a lot of mass, but he's a good Virginia buck, and that's what we do here at Average American Hunter. I want to tell you how to work and work and work, and then take the buck that makes you happiest. I don't know, looking at his body, he doesn't look like he's but 3.5 years old, and as rough as my season's been, I'm just tickled for him. So, I'm gonna jump off here and the real work begins. Stay tuned, baby. Average American Hunter.
And just like that, the season had come to a perfect ending. For every hunter comes their own version of a trophy, and for the three of us at Average American Hunter, this season was a success, even though it definitely started with its downs before it had its ups. Hunter had a short season, but still managed to pull in some great footage. He was able to harvest his first deer with a crossbow on a whim this year, and then napped his way into a perfect situation, harvesting the most impressive buck of the season, with an old public land 8-pointer. Not bad for a full-time college student. Kyle just started filming this year, and managed to produce some fantastic footage. He was able to harvest a kill permit doe to open up the season for our pilot episode before non-fatally wounding a forked horn. A few short days later, he missed the second largest deer he encountered in the season before hunting through a freaking ice storm and harvesting a perfect freezer-filling buck. And let's not forget, he managed to film this big 8 with his phone rather than shooting it immediately without obtaining footage. Even though it cost him a wall hanger, this speaks perfectly to his film-first mentality. And as for me, well, this season was a major learning experience. I showed you all the normal for the areas I hunt by highlighting some stands and their success in years prior. Every year is different, but every year I hope to gain more intel on the way these deer run these areas. In 2018, I started off the season with the most ignorant mistake when I shot at a steady trotting doe with my crossbow. And then, I harvested a doe with little camera light whilst forgetting to hit record on my primary camera and then rushing the recovery footage as rain was soon to douse my camera equipment bag. I was able to hook my buddy Dak up with his first archery harvest of his life, and after that, I shot a deer in the cornfield. She might have jumped the string a little bit, giving me what I suspected was a single lung impact with a gut exit, but I was denied access to recover her as I was told there was nothing left of her, which likely had something to do with this hefty omnivore showing up after I shot my doe. He never got within bow range and eventually followed my doe's blood trail out. A few days later, I put the worst shot I had ever put on a deer, but followed tracking protocol and gave the doe overnight to perish. When I arrived the next morning and tracked her down, I found her and all that remained. The war on bears was very real. Oh yeah, later that night, I missed Master Splitter here and wanted to quit hunting there for a bit. But after falling off the wagon, I struck out in Missouri before coming back to Virginia and spending a week twiddling my thumbs and making a new friend. During the Rockbridge County Doe Day, I harvested a mature doe and ensured my yearling survived, and hopefully made her aware that myself and other humans best be avoided. Although I wasn't able to finish the season with my best footage, I was glad I was able to settle the score with this guy here. And I always call it a personal success when I'm able to fill a buck tag on one of my target bucks. So, 2018 wasn't perfect. But then again, neither are we. Actually, we are fairly average. We each set our own personal goals, because hunting comes secondary to our primary responsibilities. We don't get to hunt in the most ideal conditions, but we share our experiences with all of you, because these conditions mirror yours. And we want to represent all of you, the average. So Season 1 is in the books, but stay tuned as we aim to release our 2019 King of Spring season around March of 2020. Till then, embrace being average. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Visit our website at www.averageamericanhunter.com to read some of our blogs, and email us if you are interested in purchasing a t-shirt. Also, take a listen at Kyle running the Average American Hunter podcast at iPodcast, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, and Spotify. Till then, embrace being average.